Hey everybody, and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 1st of December. So today we've got a disseminating moon. The moon's going into that phase, of course. The moon also is going to enter Cancer today at 4:43 a.m. And the sun makes a sextile quadrant to the moon's north node, and it also leaves fire combustion as well. So the sun's sextile quadrant to the moon's north node can bring tension and challenges that can get in the way of us following our true path right now. So it may be a time when we feel kind of pulled between our responsibilities and our desires for growth. However, this energy allows us to really take a good look and examine our life choices and make the necessary changes that can align more with you living more authentically, just being more happier, or being more in alignment with your higher purpose if you are following that kind of spiritual higher knowledge path in your life. It also allows us to sort of resolve conflict and may give some of you kind of like, especially if things have been really emotionally traumatic or up and down or chaotic right now, it can give a kind of release temporarily from you experiencing these intense emotions or being deeply affected by them. So this can allow you to just return to a more harmonious state. And if you really tap into that energy and you make a choice to say, you know what, I just want to be a lot more happier in my life, then this can bring more clarity and stability in your life as well. So the best use of these energy of the sun making a sextile quadrant to the moon's north node is that it allows us to reflect on our goals and values and the direction you want to take in life. How can you consider what areas of your life or relationships are holding you back, or thought and behaviour, self-destructive addictions that are stopping you from aligning with your actions and goals. And this allows you to be brutally honest with yourself, allowing you to even just be honest with yourself even if you do feel discomforted along the way and upset what you find. It's not nice it's not nice meeting your shadow, and sometimes it can be like, oh my goodness, that's really me. And especially if we sometimes always think other people to blame, and even if sometimes you don't, sometimes just meeting that shadow side of yourself and being just honest. And for me, meeting that shadow side, although it's not pleasant, it's the best thing. I will never undo it, and it allows me to understand other people's darkness a lot more, with a lot more compassion. I had compassion before, but just with a lot more understanding and giving them a lot more grace, and just realising, not taking it so personally, and just accepting people for where they're at growth, and knowing that sometimes we have to keep our distance from people, not because we don't love them, but we're on different life journeys, and we shouldn't never. Love doesn't mean sacrificing our whole entire being for someone else so they can shine and they can grow and be happy and comfortable as well. We have to kind of, at times, this is not to say don't care for your loved ones and stuff like that if that's what you really want to do, but also allowing yourself that space to actually do stuff that makes you happy as well, not just sacrificing your whole self to this energy. The sun leaving via combustion allows us to let go of emotional baggage and just be more focused on self-love and personal growth as well, letting go of any negative patterns that hold us back, and just to just be more happy with ourselves and let ourselves of past emotional burdens and thoughts and relationships that are holding us back, embracing a fresh start, and to just be more just open to reaching our true potential. So content creators can use this energy to communicate with more wisdom and charisma and clarity, and just to connect with their listeners on a deeper level, because it allows us to share knowledge and spread ideas, and new innovative ideas. The sun talking about the positives of having an ego, the negatives of having an ego, the good side of letting go, and the negative side, which is missing somebody and wishing them to be the person that we see them as. But this is why it's so important to get to know each other. This is a life lesson I've learned as well, rather than jumping in straight away, because you may have those initial feelings of love or loss or whatever, but love, that real love, that's the day, but love comes from knowing and going through experiences with somebody. And so it's just always best to slow down, get to know somebody, and make sure that you're loving them for who they are, rather than who you want them to be or who they say they are. Actions always shows us where somebody's at, and they can also guide us in making that decision whether we can work with them. Because often in this meeting new person phase, or if you're in an existing relationship, you probably remember that, you know, you was just so focused on the love and the lust and the attraction or whatever, but this is the stage where we really need to be focusing on their actions, because sometimes we can blind ourselves and end up wasting our time, you know. And yeah, the sips in the nights do teach us, but there comes a time when we have to be like, you know, I've learned as much as I need to know from a sip in the night. I no longer need to see my behaviours reflected in others to really understand and be receptive to meeting my true self, you know. So this energy just allows us to create a safe space for ourselves and others, and just respond to ourselves with more emotional sensitivity as well. As I said, the moon also goes into Cancer today. If you want to know more about that, check out the playlist. So yeah, that was the daily scopes for the 1st of December. Take time and see you next time.